Well, hello, folks. My name is Professor John Baverka, and you can call me Doc John. And I'm the person that developed the course on exhibit evaluation, and I'll also be the person teaching the course and meeting you in chat rooms. I've been working in interpretation and with exhibits for about 40 years. And the one thing that I've learned over all that time is evaluation of exhibits, especially in pre-testing them, is really important to be sure that the exhibits work. We spend tens of thousands of dollars on exhibits, but we don't really know if they work. And by work, that means that if your exhibit actually has objectives the exhibit's supposed to accomplish, and we use three kinds of objectives: learning objectives, behavioral objectives, and emotional objectives. If your exhibit didn't have objectives, of course, the first question is, well, how'd you plan it and how'd you design it if you didn't know what it was supposed to accomplish? And secondly, you really can't evaluate an exhibit efficiently if you don't know what it was it was supposed to do. A lot of people who do evaluations find out that they get a lot of answers for things that they really weren't even looking for. Let me give you an example. We did a major evaluations for exhibits for a children's museum, and fortunately a pretty good budget. We would set up the exhibits in a warehouse room and in mock-up form, and then we would pay for schools to bring in busloads of school children, mostly fifth graders, uh, to pre-test the exhibits. The first thing we did was we did a pre-test. We wanted to find out how much the students actually already knew about some of the topics and subjects that the exhibits were presenting. So pre-test, we actually had our objectives for individual exhibits. We wanted to see how much they knew. One exhibit, for example, was an exhibit on magnetism, how a magnet works, and what kinds of items are magnetic and what kinds of items weren't magnetic. And so we did the pretest, and we found out that about 91% of the students knew that iron was magnetic. Let me show you the exhibit. Now, in those little muffin tins are different objects, and one of the objects was a piece of iron. And the way that the designer designed the exhibit, you're supposed to take that magnet and go underneath that muffin tin, and if it was magnetic, it would jiggle, and if it didn't jiggle, it wasn't magnetic. So look what the students were doing. They were using the magnet from the top, and a strange thing occurred. Because if you use the magnet from the top, when the magnet went over the iron wouldn't jiggle because the magnet was too far away from the iron in the little muffin tin. So the students are going, huh, I always thought iron was magnetic, but look, it's not moving, so it must not be magnetic. So in the post-test, we found out that 62% of the students now believed that iron was not magnetic. What we found in this pretty extensive study, and this is just one example, was that we had about 15 to 20% of the exhibits that were designed and tested were creating negative learning. In other words, people came in with this level of knowledge, and they saw the exhibits, and the exhibits dropped them down here because the exhibits gave conflicting information, just like with our iron exhibits. We found out that a number of the exhibits that we had, nothing happened at all. In other words, they knew this when they came in, and they saw the exhibits, and nothing changed. So all that money was spent to get nothing in return. I think we had a total of about 20% of the exhibits that actually did have a bump in knowledge. And that's why we do evaluations. We want to find out, for the money that we're spending, are we getting a return on our investment? So in this course, we're going to explore how and why and what to evaluate, how to set up a pre and post testing evaluation, how to understand the data. And as part of this course, you'll get my textbook on interpretive planning, which has a number of chapters on exhibits and exhibit evaluation. We'll give you some information on what an evaluation should cost and how to conduct it. And the main point is that for every dollar you spend on evaluation, you save $5 in exhibits that don't work, or that have to be fixed, or have to be repaired, because they're just not up to it. Now, in the case of the muffin tin that you saw, where the young man was trying to figure out if iron was magnetic, the solution was an easy one. We rewrote the directions to say use the magnet from the top, and then we put inserts into those muffin tins to raise the iron piece higher. It was an easy fix. It was about 25 cents. And now when they run the magnet over the top of the muffin tin, the iron jiggles. That's why we do evaluation. Sometimes it's an easy fix. So some of the things that we'll explore in the course are just how to fix it, how to have a way to make simple repairs on these things. So I hope you think about taking the course on evaluation. It'll pay for itself in money you'll save and in the efficiency that the exhibits that you have will actually be able to accomplish the things you want them to accomplish. So I hope I have a chance to meet you in the chat room for the course. I think you'll find this course very, very cost effective and cost beneficial. And I think we do need to have a responsibility to make sure that the money we spent on exhibits, we get a return on our investment. So again, my name is Doc John. I developed the course and I'll be teaching it. And for 40 years, I've been doing interpretive planning, training, and design. And we've been doing evaluations of exhibits and all kinds of other interpretive programs. So I hope I see you in the chat room. Thank you for watching our short introductory video for the exhibit evaluation course. Thanks, and hope I'll be seeing you. Bye-bye.